So for now, let's try to discuss the four major steps in order to come up with move to, known as establishing a niche. Recall that niche in research can be defined as an opportunity or potential of the researcher to conduct his or her study to contribute to the development of new knowledge and understanding. So this new knowledge and understanding will fill up the research gap, which is the missing information conducted by previous researches. And your goal is to fill up those research gaps, of course. So how will we do that? That is through the use of four major steps under Move to, known as establishing a niche. So we have the following examples for each step so that we can identify how to write each step. Okay, so let's have step 1 of Move to. And the paragraph, or let's say the sentence, rather goes like this. Okay, so for step 1 of Move to, we have the following example. While Nagala et al. 2012 and Wasiela 2012 claimed that antimicrobial agents like oregano and kapok extracts against black rot could have therapeutic potential. However, it lacks further investigation. So, if you will analyze this sentence, it only indicates that the current researchers, okay, they challenge the study of the previous researches of Nagala et al. 2012 and Wasiela 2012. So, according to the current researchers, okay, still, the findings of Nagala et al. And Wasiela 2012, still, okay, they lack further investigation. Meaning to say, the therapeutic potential of kapok extracts and oregano extracts against black rot are still questionable because it needs further investigation. It needs, let's say, more clinical trials, for instance, to achieve validity and reliability when it comes to this idea. So in this example, it seems that using this part, okay, this will serve as our main clue for step 1. It lacks further investigation. It only implies that the current researchers, okay, they try to challenge the findings of Nagala et al. And Wasiela 2012. Okay, so this will be the description of the first step. That is, the researchers, or let's say the researcher, challenges, or let's say refute, and if say refute, disproves. Okay, the researcher challenges, or let's say refutes or disproves the findings of the previous researches. Okay, so using this phrase, it means that the current researchers, okay, they challenge the findings of Nagala et al. And Wasiela 2012. Note that Nagala et al. And Wasiela 2012, they are the previous researchers. And the current researchers, okay, they try to challenge the findings of these earlier, or let's say these previous researchers. Okay, in such a way that there is a need for further investigation because still we need validity and reliability for the therapeutic potential of oregano and kapok extracts against black rot. So there's a need for further investigation. Therefore, the current researchers here, they challenge, okay, the findings of the previous researchers, that there's a need because still it is not proven at all, okay, that it is valid and reliable in treating the black rot using oregano and kapok extracts. Okay, so therefore this part, note that this part, it lacks further investigation. This is an opposing claim. This is the opposing claim mentioned by the current researchers. And this opposing claim is known as counterclaiming. Okay, so counterclaiming refers to Okay, so take note, it refers to an opposing claim for what? For previous research findings. And what's the example of our counterclaiming, which is an opposing claiming, for instance, or opposing claim rather? So it states that there is a need for further investigation to test the effectiveness of kapok and oregano extracts for the therapeutic properties against black rot. So this is known as step number 1 of move 2, counterclaiming. Try to, let's say, oppose the claims of other previous researchers. Okay, but make sure that there will be such, let's say, problems that can be found among the previous researchers so that you can make such challenges to them. So this is known as counterclaiming.